guys, welcome back to my channel, Ayan's Venue. So for today's video, we're going to talk about how much do nurses make in the USA. So this video is for nursing students who are curious about how much do registered nurses make, or for those people who are thinking or considering about going to nursing school, or for people or nurses who are from outside of the USA who are also considering moving to the US, and or for just anybody who's curious about how much the nurses make. So for those of you who don't know yet, I've been a nurse for a little over 5 years. I finished my degree in nursing here in California. I do have a bachelor's degree in psychology in the Philippines, so a lot of my courses from the Philippines were being transferred when I was doing my prereqs in nursing here in California. So that means I did not have to take them or retake them, and so that really helps a lot. So at the end of this video, I am going to show you a list of top paying states, nurses' salary per hour, so keep on watching. So nurses' salary in the US depends on some factors such as location, the type of facility where you work at, your experience, your shift, even the days of the week, the unit where you work at. So let's examine each of this. So first is the location. Nurses' salary vary depending on which state you live in. For example, nurses in California make a little higher than the nurses in Arizona. It also varies, the cities where you live in within the state also is a factor, or the region. For example, in California, the nurses in Northern California are paid a little bit higher than the nurses in Southern California. The reason being is Southern California, although the cost of living is higher than Northern California, the cities there are highly desirable cities because of the weather, and they have gorgeous weather. It's just a gorgeous, great place to live. So if they pay nurses in Southern California more than other regions in California, there's not going to be enough nurses left in other regions of California, and they're all going to be moving to Southern California, because you pretty much have everything. The salary, the weather, the location is great, so why would you go somewhere else? It also depends on which city you live in within the state or within the region. For example, in Northern California, the nurses in the Bay Area make a little higher than the nurses in, for example, the inland cities. For example, in San Francisco and San Jose, the nurses there make more money just because the cost of living in those cities are more expensive or higher than that of cities like Sacramento, Stockton, and other cities inland. Number 2 is the type of facility where you work at. Nurses who work at the skilled nursing facility are paid less than the nurses who work in acute care hospitals. Number 3 is a position. Your admin nurses are paid annually and not hourly, which also means that they don't get paid overtime. Floor nurses or non-exempt employees are also paid hourly, and you get paid overtime. So there is a chance for you to make more money if you want to work more hours. But also remember that the more money you make, the more tax you also have to pay. Number 4 is the unit where you work at. So some hospitals, it doesn't matter which unit you work at, they pay their nurses equally depending on their number of years of experience and not on the unit where they work at. Some hospitals pay their nurses some incentives if they work in a highly acute unit or more acute unit. It is the experience. So if you have more experience, naturally you have a higher starting rate than that of nurses who have less experience. For example, the hospitals who have unions, they have a pay scale. For example, nurses who have experience for 1 to 3 years is 1 to 3 years. This is the base, this is the salary, and then so on and so forth. Number 5 is the shift. Depending on the shift you work, you will get a shift differential. So for 8-hour shift, you have 3 shifts. You have AM, PM, and night shift. So for AM shift, you work, your shift starts at 7 to 3:30 p.m. or 7 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. And therefore PM shift, your shift starts at 3 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. On night shift starts at 11 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. So unfortunately, AM shift don't get paid shift differential. PM shift will get shift differential, and the night shift also will get shift differential. So night shift gets a little higher shift differential than PM shift. Some hospitals, they pay nurses $2.50 for PM shift, and then night shift nurses, they pay around maybe 4 to 5. Some other hospitals even pay higher than that. If you work 8-hour shift, you work 5 days a week. If you work 12-hour shift, you only work 3 days a week. You only work 3 days a week, so you have 4 days off a week. And one good thing about this is you can get another job from another hospital, or you can pick up extra shifts in your hospital or other hospitals. If you work 12-hour shift, it's either you work AM or night shift. For AM shift, your shift will start at 7 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. and for night shift, your shift will start at 7 p.m. to 7:30 a.m. So if you work AM shift, your shift differential will start at the last 4 hours of your shift. If you work AM shift in the 12-hour shift, your shift differential will start at 3 p.m. If you work night shift, your shift differential will start at 7. So the first 8 hours or the first 4 hours of your shift, you have probably get less shift differential, around 250 at least, depending on which hospital you work for. And then after the last 8 hours, you'll get 450 or 5. Another thing also is the days in a week. So if you work weekends, you get also an extra weekend differential. Another thing is if you work on holidays or special holidays, you get paid an hour and a half. If you work overtime, you also get paid an hour and a half. So overtime is anything that is over 40 hours a week is considered overtime. So let me show you the nurse's average salary per hour from the top paying states in the United States and some other cities. So just to give you an idea how much do nurses make in different regions or in different areas of the United States. This is based on the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics 2018. Now, this survey shows the top paying metropolitan areas for registered nurses. As you can see, majority of these areas are located in Northern California. You also have to remember that this only shows the average hourly and annual rate of registered nurses in these specific areas. This is based on the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics 2019. Now, the second one shows you the top paying non-metropolitan areas for registered nurses. As you can see, majority of these regions are also located in California. In California, around 10% of registered nurses earn above $151,000 a year, which is the highest pay in the state. About 10% of registered nurses earn under $64,000 a year, which is considered an entry-level salary. The last one shows you the top paying states for registered nurses. As you can see, California is at the top, followed by Hawaii, then followed by Washington, D.C., Massachusetts, and then Oregon. I have known personally a lot of nurses in California who make way higher than the average hourly wage that is shown here. But remember guys, it's not all about money. Nursing is a calling, nursing is a passion. In order for you to survive in the nursing world, you need to have passion, you need to love what you do, because it's not an easy job, it's very stressful, it's a lot of work. So to all my fellow nurses out there, thank you very, very much for all your hard work. And to those who are aspiring to be nurses, just keep on going. I know nursing school is hard to get in, and it's hard to getting through nursing school is also hard. I've been there. So to the nursing students, just keep on going. If that's what you wanted to do and you're passionate about it, keep going. Never quit. There's no quitting in nursing. I hope this video gives you an idea, and I hope this video is helpful. So for those of you who haven't subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button below and also hit the notification bell so you will be notified for my upcoming video. Thank you for watching. Bye!